Hi everyone and welcome to my live. I'm Rhonda Kelly from Rhonda's Readings. So welcome. Just checking my volume. So I hope everyone is doing well. So coming to you on the 19th of November at 12 p.m. on a Friday. Thank God it's Friday, huh? So I hope everyone is looking after themselves, looking after people around you, not too stressed in the lead up to Christmas. It's kind of an interesting time of year, isn't it? Like there's kind of a sense of completion, but also a sense that things are going to get busier as they do leading up to Christmas. So, yeah, it's really an interesting time. So, I hope everyone is well. Obviously, I'm blonde again, so I told you I was going to be blonde. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Rhonda Kelly. I'm an international clairvoyant and psychic medium. So, I do these lives weekly now. So, weekly Friday at 12 p.m. I do a combination of my spiritual book reviews. I like to catch up with everyone, see that everyone's okay. I remind people that they can book in and see me privately. And I still have my COVID sales until the end of the year, so I've got 20% off. So that's what I'm keeping for the rest of the year. Basically, I've had an influx of my international clients lately, so that was really interesting. It must be psychic. I did a Facebook post recently asking people where they're from and where they're how they first knew me, and I had people commenting from overseas, and I also had people sending me private messages, not wanting to disclose their location on Facebook. So some people also let me know that they were watching from somewhere else. So yeah, that was really interesting. I did that, and then a couple of weeks later, I literally had an influx of overseas clients. I haven't been logging on to PTV as much lately, but I will be doing more of that this week. I'm also studying a sort of small business qualification, and I'm madly doing assignments this week. So I'll be logging on to PTV more. I'm still seeing my private clients, of course, and I have caught up. I was sick a few weeks ago with a migraine, and I've caught up with my client appointments, so I now have better availability to book in to see me privately if that's what you've been trying to do. So, yeah, I'm Rhonda Kelly. I've also recently joined TikTok, so it's very exciting. My TikTok name is Rhonda's Readings. I've only recorded a couple of videos about psychic development, and sort of I'll do a clair each week or so, and I'll aim to sort of teach people like that. I haven't set teaching dates for this term yet, just because I've got so many other things going on. I'm not someone who just wants to teach for the sake of making money. I actually put a lot of thought and effort into my learning lesson plans, and I also teach intuitively. So I teach to groups, and I also teach individually. So I've still got my individual students because they've been long term, but I haven't sort of taught new students sort of for a little while. But I will be giving snippets of that away basically for free on TikTok, Rhonda's Readings. And I'm obviously still on my other social media, Twitter, Rhonda's Readings. My Instagram is Psychic Rhonda Kelly. Facebook, so I'm obviously coming to you either on my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings, or my Facebook group, Rhonda's Readings, or my Facebook page, Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly. So obviously, if you would like your chance of having a free reading today, you've got to do your part. So, and I have got my phone, so I can check who's actually shared it, but you have to share this video. And you also have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So there's two ways of doing that. And I'm at 190 subscribers on YouTube channel, so only 10 more to go to 200. So that's all exciting. So that's basically me. So what I'm also doing, so I'll just see who's watching. So hi, I've got Vanessa, Ritz Reddy, Robert Wilson. Hi everyone. Thanks for watching. I've got other people watching, but they're obviously shy. They haven't said hello. So as you know from my spiritual book reviews, I do a review of books or cards. I've only done reviews of the Oracle cards so far. What I'm doing this week is another little deck. So if you remember from 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did a book review of a deck like this, but it was in a pink box, and that was Love and Attraction. So this is Little Reminders. It's the same series by the same authors, who are Amy Zerner and Monte Farber. So Amy is the writer, and Monte is her husband, I believe, who is the illustrator. So this one is Law of Attraction. So it's this one is more a book for affirmations. So we all know what affirmations are. It's sort of putting out a positive intent. So if you say, well, I'm sick of being single and sick of feeling like this, then that's what you manifest and you put out, as opposed to saying, I'm awesome, I'm worthy of a relationship, I look forward to meeting a partner who's successful or who's funny, or whatever you manifest. That's the affirmation. So putting that positive intent out there. So this is sort of about affirmations. There's like a keyword. I'll show you the cards. They're absolutely beautiful. So I really like this guy, Monte. He basically, if you look at my other deck of cards, the pictures are beautiful. So remember, with using tools for doing psychic readings, using oracle cards is a way of using clairvoyance. So if you do psychic readings and you say, I see this happening, or you get visualizations or images or animals or something like that, that means clairvoyance. So you're tuning in psychically because you're seeing something. So that's where oracle cards like these are good, because you see the imagery. Each card is quite different. And I really love the way these cards are brought at Barnes and Noble in the US. But these cards are really beautiful because each card is kind of a different. They're interesting. So through both decks, each card is sort of represents a different culture, and it also represents sort of diversity. And there's images of gay couples, there's images of heterosexual couples, there's images of animals, there's images of Mayan things, indigenous things. So I really like the fact that they've kind of got a bit of everything. So it does it for someone who's clairvoyant and reading cards, they really do invoke a lot of further imagery. So I find them quite powerful in the messages that they sort of trigger in clairvoyance for me. So that's the front of them. And the back of them are, it's basically one word, which is what the key sort of thing should be. And the back of the cards are the affirmations that you need to say. So that's something I turn over for the client and I show. So I don't always use these cards, and I don't know why, because they are awesome. And they're literally only like sort of like $20. So compared to some of the other more expensive cards, and they're quite a good size too. So I use the color oracle cards, which I've also done a spiritual book review for. And a lot of people say, wow, these cards are really big, I don't like shuffling them, kind of thing. So but yeah, these are quite small and easy to use and cheap, and I find the imagery quite good with them. So let me know what you think of these cards, if you if you like them or don't like them, or what you like about them, what you don't like about them, just let me know. I also want to give my apologies for my broadcast last week. I don't know what was going on with my internet, whether it was planetary alignment or what it was, but my internet reception was terrible and I couldn't do a thing about it. And what I think it was is that one of us was tethering from our phone, but we also have a router. So I think it was sort of jumping between networks. So I actually think we had too much internet coverage, but my laptop couldn't actually work out what was going on. So apologies for that. And thank you to Lenny Dorr for saving the day. Lenny, we welcome back on, well, not welcome back. We welcome to the PTV family. All right, so I'll get on with the questions, and I'll obviously be doing readings with these cards because that's the theme of what I do. Obviously, if I do a book review on a book, I can't read through the. I can't use oracle. I can't use that as a tool for doing a reading, but I'll try to think a bit creatively and incorporate that. That's why I haven't actually done any reviews of books yet, because I'm not sure how to do that. I'm actually really excited. Early next week, I'm going to be going to a book club in a library, and it could be either a lot of fun or it could be a bit silly. But I'm really excited. It's a trivia sort of thing about travel, which is my passion in life. And because I've been to 83 countries or something, so it should be really good. And it's sort of looking at books that are good with travel, either journeys of self-discovery or interesting facts about a place. So if you have any interesting books about travel, and that could be around Australia or around the world or just one part of Australia or the world, please comment below and let me know what that is. All right, and I do later on in the live stream, I will be announcing a little a little competition I'm doing, just a weekly thing sort of leading up to Christmas. So you've got a chance of winning something that I'll post out to you. But it's just something a bit silly and quirky like me, but something also positive to make people, feel better about themselves. Okay, so I hope you like my blonde hair. I was brunette for about a month and then I got sick of it, so I've gone back to being blonde. So let me know what you think of that. If you really don't like it, just maybe tell me privately. Okay, so you have said hi to Vanessa. I said hi to Ritz. So I'll answer Ritz first. So Ritz, I trust that you've subscribed to my YouTube channel, Rhonda's Readings, and hit the notification bell so you'll know when I release future videos. Okay, so Ritz Reddy has asked, when will Kay ask me to get back together? Okay, first thing I got told is ask Kay yourself. That's a feeling. Okay, so this one fell out at me. This oracle card I picked from my Law of Attraction card deck that I'm reviewing is receptivity. So that's the card I pulled for you about your question. When will Kay ask you to get back together? So receptivity, the affirmation you've got to say is, I am open in my heart and mind to receiving the blessings that I deserve. So that's an interesting one. That's interesting because when I got told, ask Kay yourself, what I also felt was, do you feel good enough? So this is an interesting card in line with what I felt, that, do you feel that you're able to receive Kay back? So maybe change that mindset and say something positive about, you look forward to Kay asking me again. I look forward to us being back together, and concentrate on a feeling after that's happened is my gut feeling. So thank you for that, Ritz Reddy. Oh, hi, Robert. I always love a compliment, Robert. Hello. And I do mean to call you back. I know you've left a few messages, but you always call when I'm actually about to do something or about to do a reading or in the middle of a reading or something. But we'll talk again. Yes, so looking forward to Christmas. Beautiful. So I have got some little Christmas things coming up that I'm going to be announcing in a competition. So stay tuned for that. Okay, hi, Vanessa. Oh, thank you so much. You've shared our messenger and like. Thank you. All right. So Vanessa has asked, is there any messages from any of my past loved ones, please? And if you could tell me who is around me mostly, thank you. Okay, I'm getting a female that's mostly around you. I know your mother's still in the living, but I'm actually feeling more it's a woman connected to both of you. And there's a lot of humor around this lady. So there's there's a lot of humor around this lady, and it's also I know whether you're a bit anxious, Vanessa, about where you're going to go or how things are going to be in a new place, but what she's basically saying is that everything's okay. And I feel like she had a way about herself. It actually feels like an auntie sort of connection, but I feel like it's an auntie of your mum's. But I feel like she was around when you were born. Like there's a lot of, I feel like your mum had a lot of, like she talked a lot to this lady, like a sister energy to her of having children and what that would mean. So I'm feeling sort of humor in that having children hasn't meant what she thought it's meant. I'm also feeling with your mum, there's a lot of, there's kind of frustration, but also humor in what it's like she's learned to let things go now, more so. But anyway, the card I pulled for that lady, and answer to your question, is communication. And the affirmation is, effectively communicate and clarify my needs in order to achieve my goals. So this, I feel, is around the move that you're having. I feel like, say, sort of don't give your mum options, but actually say, right, I found this place, had a look at it, I'm happy, we're going. So sort of be a bit more directive is what I feel about that. But yeah, I do see you moving, and I feel like the move is going to make you feel either more grounded or safer. And I feel like I like the layout, like I like the roof, the inside outside is, it's like the inside is staying inside. So I hope that makes sense to you, Vanessa, but that's what I'm feeling. I feel like the communication from you to your mum is more directive, because I feel like that's what this auntie figure to your mum is doing. It's like she's sort of saying it's all going to be okay, kind of thing. All right, so thank you so much for that, Vanessa. All right, and obviously it's only snapshot readings here, and it's you've got a random chance of getting a reading. Obviously, compliments are awesome, so I put Robert up when he tells me I look beautiful and all the rest of it. But if you do want a guaranteed reading, it's a $5 payment to PayPal, but that's entirely up to you. And that's one of those things that's quite funny. Like sometimes lots of people do it, and some weeks no one does it. So it's really funny. All right. Okay. So Jody has liked and shared. Hi, Jody. I'd like to share to a group. Would love a card offering something coming my way. Thanks. Love the cards. Thank you so much, Jody. Yeah. So these are the little cards from the US. So they're available online. I think Amazon or something like that. And it was actually funny when I actually Googled the authors. They've actually written quite a lot, which surprised me because I hadn't heard of them. Okay. All right. 2 actually fell out for you, Jody. I am feeling a bit of sort of decluttering, and I don't feel that's with your. It's weird. Suddenly tuning into your energy, I feel really hungry. Like I know it's lunchtime, but I feel like you're sort of. It's almost like you're not allowing yourself time to eat, or you're sort of eating so quickly you're gulping air. So there's something strange about the way you're digesting, I feel. And I feel comfortable within your sort of family group, your partner, your kids. But I'm feeling the need to sort of preserve, and I know it's Christmas coming up, and it's a time when there's arguments, and like you get in a game of tug of war where someone wants you there, someone wants you there. So, I'm just feeling there's a bit of egos in you and your partner's family. It's almost like they're competing. So, and I feel like it's very subtle as well. That's what I'm picking out. So the 2 cards I pulled are respect and security. So just obviously it's free will with what I read, Jody. You take what you want from it, but I'm just feeling like there's a bit of conflict coming up with family, and it's nothing new, I feel, but I do feel like you've got to kind of be firm and be united with your partner about that. And I don't feel it's the whole of each other's families, but just a small aspect of that. But it's enough to be annoying, and you just got to nip it in the bud, is what I feel. Just stop it. Okay, so the card for respect is I can manifest love and respect when I love and respect myself. So that's you and your partner individually and together. Be a united front is what I feel. And security, I choose to feel secure and to work so that my bank account is full. So perhaps it's going to be someone's going to make comments about money, or you should be in a different financial situation or something like that. But I just feel nip it in the bud. Either put that relative into place, or just say, well, that's great. Thanks for your consideration. That's not a problem for us, or that sort of thing. So I hope I haven't, Jody, offended you by my reading, but I'm just feeling like there's a bit of ego around your families, and you need to sort of stop that energy. So let me know that makes a bit of sense to you. And thank you for suggesting it to someone else, Jody. All right, so I'm just going to have a look at. And I've got a Facebook user saying hello, beautiful. So thank you. Yes, Robert, I'm a blonde bombshell again. There you go. So obviously with StreamYard, Facebook always changes its permissions. Now you need to give StreamYard permission to show your name. So whoever the Facebook user is, you need to actually do that now. All right, so let me have a look. So I believe I've done up to Jody. Okay, so we've got. Oh, I think that was about the Christmas competition. So let me know if you're ready to hear about my Christmas competition or if you want more readings. Okay, Robert. So we've got a question for you now. Okay, what's coming up for me leading up to Christmas? If you feel anything, I'll be honoured. Okay, all right. The card that literally flew out at me was the universe. The universe will show me the right path to take to reach my goal. But that's interesting because with you, I feel like anything is possible. I am feeling like a deeper connection at Christmas time. Yeah, I'm just feeling like it's a deeper or more meaningful connection. And I'm feeling like it's going to make you feel all warm and fuzzy. So possibly a romantic connection, Robert. It's kind of like, yeah, it just feels like a deeper connection. But I'm also feeling it's maybe not on Christmas Day. It's before or before and after Christmas. So there's something about that. I'm actually feeling quite chilled out tuning into your energy. I feel like I'm feeling like it's going to be just like you'll be pleasantly surprised by the end of the year. Like I don't see you sort of feeling lonely at Christmas. I feel like you'll have maybe not the attention of a lot of people, but I feel like the person that you want. And I'm feeling one person, but I'm also feeling two other people. So I feel like you've got a couple of quirky friends that will show up on your doorstep or will have made. And I'm hearing cooking disaster. So I feel like they're going to make like a plum pudding or something, but it's going to taste awful, and you'll be sort of eating it, trying to be polite, but then you'll all just start laughing. Like I feel like there's a humor about a cooking disaster. Okay, so I hope by that you're not watching my YouTube cooking videos because I do have a couple of cooking disasters, but I'll try to keep that lighthearted. But I'm feeling that sort of energy, like it's going to be kind of funny. Okay, all right. Oh, you're blue again. Okay. Oh, it's Lenny. Hi, Lenny. How are you? Thank you so much. So Lenny was the person who joined me last week and really was a absolute godsend in helping with my internet connections. Okay. All right. So I've got Maria asking if all will be okay. All right. I do feel a lot of sadness around you, Maria. And that's interesting that I'm reviewing these sort of law of attraction affirmation cards because I do feel like you need to stop that energy. Like you need to, okay. So the affirmation card I got for you is relax. I choose to relax and not to fill my mind with worry as that creates stress. So you need to really change that tone. I do see you being sort of more selective about who you have particular conversations with, because I do feel like by talking about negativity, there's almost I'm feeling a female energy around you in the living that is incredibly stressed about money, like way more stressed than she needs to be. And I feel like you take on board that, but I'm also feeling like it's you don't realize that it's about money. Like there's not a that's not what she usually complains about, but the fundamental thing is money. So I'm feeling like a bit of a parting ways with this friend because you don't need that energy around you. And I'm also just feeling like you've got to sort of put out more positivity out there to attract it. So I'm also feeling like you're concerned about someone's health. And I feel like you've got to sort of either use a bit of humor or don't buy into the negativity, but actually stop that and say, well, I look forward to when you're feeling better, and then sort of walk away. So this, it's interesting. I just feel like, Maria, you've got a bit of heaviness in other people around you, like there's that are sort of manifesting negativity around them. And I don't feel like, and I'm not saying that lighthearted because I actually feel like there's a lot of heavy issues sort of around them. But it does feel like it's time to change that energy, and I feel like you're the person who'll be able to do that. There's something very teaching, mentoring about you that I feel people gravitate to. So I do feel like you are going to be listened to with changing that energy. So I hope that makes sense, Maria. Yes, I look. Oh, thank you, Jody. It's a little bit blonder than I thought, but anyway. All right. Okay, thank you. So I've got a validation. Thanks, lovely, for my reading. I'm having tummy issues, so swollen. I'm seeing doctor next week when he's back. The family comment has me intrigued. Look out, sometimes comments are made. You're right. Thank you. Yeah, and it's really, Jody, just nipping it in the bud. It's almost, and that's sort of like, that's something I've had to do with my family. But thank you, Robert. But for you, Jody, it's more. It's kind of like there's a lot of value in you sort of just putting a stop to it and then walking away. I feel like if you further engage in that conversation, I'll try to drag you back into it. I just feel like you need to sort of stop that and stand in your own power, because your family unit itself is quite strong, and people, I feel, are jealous of that as well. Alrighty, okay. So I will announce my little Christmas competition actually. So what I'm doing, last year I did an advent calendar, sort of offering sales and offering specials and that sort of thing. And that was a bit of fun, but it was quite sort of labor intensive. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting it more on you. So I will be posting on social media today announcing this. But what I actually want from you, I want to just make things a bit lighthearted and positive. So on my Facebook or on my Instagram, at Psychic Rhonda Kelly, or on my Twitter at Rhonda Psychic. So on any of my social media platforms, I want you to comment or post something positive. So that's something individual to you. So you can either, you can just post you can do that in any way you want to. So think creatively. So you could create a meme in kind of something negative or something sad that's happened, but how you've stepped away from it and how you've made that positive. You could either write it as text in sort of something that you've gone through in the past few months that you've resolved, or how you've resolved it creatively. So I'm looking at sort of a creative content. It's not sort of just sharing memes or sharing, and even though I do that myself, like, it's not sharing sort of, a lot of people sort of just share things, but I want you to make it personal to you. So you could talk to me about, something kind that you've done for an elderly relative, or something kind you've done for someone less fortunate than you, or a kind word that you said that, or a kind word that was said to you that made it positive for you. So just sort of express yourself in any way, like as a meme, as a pictorially, or written, just something positive. So I hope that makes sense. Just giving something personal and positive, sharing just an aspect. You don't need to name names. You don't need to go into a lot of detail, but just something that you did that felt right for you and felt like you were giving away positivity, and you had kindness, or you gave kindness, kind of thing. So I hope that makes sense to you. So it's basically just something positive. So I want you to do that now, like from now onwards. And basically, I'll be looking at all of my social media. So my Facebook group and page, and my Instagram page, and my Twitter page. I'm actually on TikTok as well, but I don't know how to use that. So if you know how to post to my TikTok, feel free, or tag me, or whatever you do on TikTok. But if you can tag, like, once you do that, just do a hashtag Rhonda's readings as well. But I'll post that in instructions. So it's basically sharing a story to you that left you feeling good about yourself, or helped you instigated to make someone feel good about themselves. So it's basically sharing a positivity. And I just want to get an insight into how we can sort of change the world and make it more positive. So an example is I now call her a friend. She's a Facebook friend. She's created a group last year during COVID because people were so sad. The group is called Polo at Work. It's about her pug, Polo, and he loves having his photo taken. But she basically created she created a Facebook group, and there's now over 5,000 people in that group just within the past 2 years. And it's the most positive, beautiful group. there's positive stories, there's fun stories. So I want to kind of have it a bit like that. So it's not just about me saying what I'm doing, what I'm selling, all the rest of it, but I want you to have a bit of input into that. And what I'm going to be doing, so from now, so next Friday will be week 1. I'll announce it on the Friday, but I will actually be announcing a winner. So the one that, and I'm not looking at any particular criteria. It's just whatever feels right to me, like as in, wow, that's amazing. You've had that effect on someone, or someone's had that effect on you through kindness and positivity. So what I've got some little Christmas gifts. So these are little variation of scented tea candles, different scents, different colors. And I've also got some ones here where they're sort of just in a little Christmas box. But I've basically got sort of an assortment of gifts that I will be posting out every Friday. So it's just announcing it today, and I'll do posts about it. But next Friday, I'll be picking a winner from one of the posts, so from all of the social media, and I will post that as a Christmas gift to you, just for sharing the positivity. So does that make sense to you? That's yeah, it makes sense. Thank you. Yeah, so it's basically giving a bit of positivity back to you, but I just want you to share that in a creative way, in your own way. So you don't have to do it the same as other Facebook posts or what other people do. Just do it how you want to do it. And you might want to, do a puzzle for me or something, or a treasure map, or like whatever you want to do. I don't mind, but it's more about sort of being a bit creative and having a bit of fun as well. Why should Christmas be fun for the kids? All right, so that's my announcement for that I will be doing a post on. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, it is. That's literally it is. It's just a bit of fun. So, Robert, I know that you're not on Facebook at the moment. So you could, for example, do a comment on my YouTube video. So any of my YouTube videos. So you're just not being on Facebook doesn't prohibit you from entering. It just means that you do it in a different way through a different social media. Okay. Alrighty. So I've read from Maria, I believe. So I believe I'm up to Paula. All right. So Paula has asked, hi, can you help? I woke up to this on Facebook and it really hit me and made my anxiety and depression come back. Can you help? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just feel quite heavy tuning into this. You need to, first thing I pick up for you, Paula, is you need to stop giving other people power. So this happened to me recently. I've got family conflict. I've got a legal matter going on with my siblings, for example. And I used to care for my mum, but this conflict is around. So giving an example to put it in context. So this conflict is around I've instigated this legal proceedings based on concern about my mum. So at the moment it's under investigation, all the rest of it. But the negativity still continues from my siblings to me. So, for example, it was my mum's birthday last month and I wasn't sent a photo, but there was a thread of emails saying, oh, thank you for the photo, all the rest of it. And I was really hurt by that. I was really upset, but I just had to sort of take back and not react and say, hey, you seem to have forgotten to send to me. Why don't you could you send it to me? And I still haven't. So to me, that's a real nasty intent that they're doing that. And I'm actually feeling that around you. I mean, I don't feel it's as bad as my family conflict, Paula, but I'm feeling like there's negativity aimed towards you, and it's for reasons that you won't understand if it's any relation to my matter. It's just a feeling like it's quite heavy and it's quite nasty, and it's just that so many layers to it. So I'm just feeling I actually feel like you need to either step away from your family or step away from your friends, because they make you feel it's kind of like they make you overthink things that you don't need to think. So there's an element to you where you need to step back and just trust and believe in yourself. So not surprisingly, the card I pulled is believe. I believe that each check I write brings money back to me tenfold. So money could mean other things. So money could be success. So whatever you believe in yourself, you've got to set out. There's also a feeling, Paula, I don't know what's going on with like a family business or something. I feel like you've got a bit of pressure about being obliged to either be a part of a family business or be a part of something that doesn't sit right with you, or you have no interest in. So I'm actually feeling like you need to sort of step away a bit. And it's interesting that I got I got a connection to what's going on with me. So I feel like it's a different kind of stress, but it's the same sort of heaviness. And I've been at my lowest in this whole situation, because it's just so unfair to me. And I know that I have spirit on my side. Like my relatives support me and support my intention to look after my mum. So I'm feeling like it's similar with you, in that spirit is on your side to trust and believe in yourself and step away from that, like stand in your own power. There's because I feel like you're not there yet. Like I'm doing that right now, but you're sort of not there yet, is what I'm feeling. So I hope that makes sense to you, Paula. That's what I'm feeling. Like you need to control your story a bit, is what I'm feeling. Okay, all right. So, so thank you so much to the people who've liked and shared. Obviously, you do need to do that. You do need to share the Facebook video. You can either share it to a group, or you can share it to on Messenger. I normally share it to the Australian Spiritual Alliance, and I haven't done that. So if someone would like to do that for me. Okay, all right. So let me get back. So what does everyone think of my little Christmas competition, the positivity, or does anyone have any other ideas of how I can make it a bit more fun, or that sort of thing? Oh, thank you, Melissa. Welcome. So Melissa's a new person, so thank you for that. Okay, all right. So what I do, so if you've just joining me for the first time, I'm Rhonda Kelly from Rhonda's Readings. I do psychic and mediumship readings. Psychic looks at the energy around situations, sort of predicting what to do, or what a person's intentions are towards you. Mediumship is connecting with the other side. So basically, I do a bit of everything. I also teach psychic development. You can connect with me on Facebook, Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly, or just Rhonda's Readings, a group. I'm also on Twitter, Rhonda's Readings. That's where I'm broadcasting to. I'm also on Twitch now, Rhonda's Readings. I'm also on Instagram at Psychic Rhonda Kelly, and Twitter at Rhonda's Readings. So there's different ways of connecting to me. And what I do during these lives, I do a spiritual book review. So today I'm reviewing the Law of Attraction books, which is a beautiful set of cards about affirmations. And what I also do is, when I do the review, so this week I'm using these cards to do these readings. So I just do little snapshot readings, and it's just chosen at random. And if you would like a guaranteed reading, it's $5 to my PayPal account, Rhonda's Readings. But otherwise, if I touch on anything that you want me to go into more depth about, or something's a bit personal or whatever, then you can book in a private reading with me. And my website is going across the screen, rhondasreadings.com. Have a look at my shop section. I am, if you're in Brisbane, if you don't know, I'm in Brisbane for the rest of the year. I'm actually going to be at the Brisbane Spiritualist Church tomorrow. That's in Spring Hill. Don't remember the exact address, but I'll be doing psychic readings from 10 o'clock to 3 p.m. And that's to raise money for the Brisbane Spiritualist Church. So I was at Boho Lux Market last weekend. That was amazing. That was hugely successful. That was the first time I've been there, and that was actually that's in my to-do, my future expos to attend, because it was quite good. So this weekend, this Saturday, is about giving back. So I'm doing this to raise money for the church. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, Robert. Blondes have more fun. Okay, so let me know what you think of my little Christmas challenge, my positivity challenge. If you have any thoughts about that, but I will be posting that in more detail. I'm just announcing this for the first time here today. Okay, so I'm just trying to look at where. Thanks, Vanessa. Thank you. Like that. I need to hear that. Liked your natural color best. Okay, thanks, Vanessa. That's okay. I don't actually know what my natural color is at the moment because I've changed it so much. Okay. So I believe I did Red Paula. Okay. Oh, beautiful. So Robert's having Christmas with his friend and godson. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you, Robert. All right. So I'm just scrolling through the comments to see my next questions. Oh, thank you for the confirmation, Jody. Appreciate it. Okay. So Heart Slave Joe, hi. So you're watching from YouTube land. Okay. Your question is, does Jackson still care about me and his thoughts? I'm feeling, yes, he does still care about you, but I'm just feeling thoughts are cluttered. Like I'm feeling, yeah, I actually, like my head hurts tuning into his energy because I can't, he's difficult to read because I feel like he doesn't know what he wants himself, is what I'm feeling. So the card I pulled for you around Jackson is empowerment. And the affirmation is, I recognize and appreciate all that inspires me to feel empowered. So I'm feeling like it just is what it is. He does care about you, but I feel like he needs to considerably step up or really really sort of not take back his power. I just feel like he needs to clear his mind and focus on what he wants. And I do feel that Jackson wants you, but I'm just not feeling a change in his behavior anytime soon. So my feeling is that you'll step away from Jackson if you haven't already, and let him chase you. Is my feeling. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, all right. So now I've got Maria Collard. Any spirit messages or just messages for me? Thanks. Okay, first thing I'm feeling, Maria, is slow down. Okay, interesting. So the card I pulled for you, because I'm reviewing these cards today, is opportunity. So I am always ready to take advantage of opportunities presented to me. I'm feeling at the moment you're not aware of opportunities presented to you because you're so busy. So I'm like, you've got a beautiful creative energy, and I like the way you think. There's something quite unique about you, and I feel like I want to be your friend because you're someone I'd have interesting conversations with. But I am just feeling like you need to slow down. It's kind of, I know that you're wanting to achieve things right now, but I actually feeling that they're happening, and it's almost like you've got a time frame and you're already ahead of schedule. So I'm feeling slow down now because I'm actually drawn to opportunities, and I'm actually drawn to I'm more drawn to sort of the end of the year, the start of next year. So that's the time frame I'm getting. But I feel like there's conversations around opportunities, but I'm feeling like you're too busy to notice, is what I'm feeling. All right, so thank you for that, Maria. Hi, Melissa. All right, I hope you're enjoying lunch, Melissa. All righty. Okay, Facebook user, I don't know who you are. Hope you did your post right. I'm not sure. Oh, are you talking about my Christmas competition? Thank you for that. So I'll check that out later. Hi, Melissa. If you have a question, Melissa, feel free to post it if you'd like me to do that. So, okay. Yeah. So Paula said, thank you. Think I do give my power away and don't know how not to. I'm just feeling it's interesting with you, Paula, because you're not someone who's like, there's no strong desire to please or to feel like you're good enough. I feel like you're confident within yourself. I just feel like be aware of the language people use. I'm getting an image of a sibling in particular who he will say to me things like, "Oh, don't you know that this? Don't you feel bad about that?" Like he'll try to make me feel like that. There's emotional abuse there, where he'll try to make me feel bad for something, and he does that to avoid me questioning him about what he's done, and he does things that are dishonest, illegal. So not that I'm feeling someone as bad as that with you, but I just feel like people around you are very crafty with the words, Paula. So it actually just feels like you've got people around you who are used to getting their own way. And I feel like when I feel like you get a bit of a sick feeling or a bit of a premonition that, oh, I probably shouldn't do that, or I don't know what are you talking about. If it doesn't make sense, just ask for clarification. And I don't actually feel like they'll give you clarification, but I feel like don't do what they want, or don't start doing that, because and when you start doing that, you're creating that energy. But I feel like sort of pull back from what they're wanting, and then ask questions, and then when they come back to you, say, well, I asked you for clarification, you didn't give it to me. Like, sort of just change that energy, just confuse them a little bit, I feel. And I just feel like you someone, Paula, who, sorry, not Paula, Scooter, Paula, I'm just feeling like you get a lot of distractions, like people gravitate to your energy because you're someone who's very capable and very confident. So I just feel like use that confidence for yourself. And I know that's opposite to what I said with my Christmas competition. I'm talking about positivity, positive effects you have, but I'm feeling like this goes beyond positivity. It's because their intention to you isn't positive. So I hope that makes sense, Paula. Okay, so it looks like I'm near the end of my. Oh, thank you, Maria. Appreciate it. Okay. I don't have questions. Okay, awesome. That's wonderful. You're feeling great. So thank you. Thank you for joining me with your positivity. I'm happy not to have to answer any questions for you. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much, Heartslave. That I feel is the best way to go. I think, was it Jonathan? Thank you. All right. Oh, hi, Danielle. Sending you hugs. Hi. Alrighty. So, Scooter, I'll just do a few more. Scooter has asked, what changes are going to be happening in my life? First thing I'm feeling, Scooter. So, Scooter, you're watching from YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, what changes? First thing I'm hearing is whatever changes you want. There's a lot of movement about you, and that I'm not just saying that because your name is Scooter. I'm just feeling like you're in a phase of trying one thing, seeing if it fits, trying another thing, seeing if it fits. The card I got for you is visualization, and the affirmation is, I make mental pictures of my goals that are simple and to the point. So I feel like you're going to. I see you kind of writing, Scooter. I don't know whether you've written like a vision board or manifested or written a list or something. But I'm feeling like you're not quite sure how you're going to do that. I'm seeing you trying different things. So I feel like just be a bit sort of harsh or a bit sort of critical in the things that you try, and just decide yes or no kind of thing. So that's what I feel, so that you're not dispersing energy too much. But certainly visualize what you want. When you try something and it feels right, yes, it ticks the box, I can achieve this through doing this, then really visualize, like sort of do that a bit more, Scooter. All right, so thank you for that. Thank you, Danielle. My gut feeling is yes, in answer to your question. And with the Facebook user not coming up, sorry, with your name not coming up, I believe that's now with the Facebook news settings. You have to, when you click on StreamYard, you need to give StreamYard your permission. So whether that's just a tick or just an acknowledgement. So it's literally giving StreamYard your permission to show your Facebook page. That's what's happened. Okay, so I've got Dawn here. Hi, Dawn. Alrighty, so using my cards, doing an affirmation. Okay, all right. I'm feeling like there's a lot of talk around you, Dawn. And I feel a little bit dizzy just with that. Like I'm just, it's a feeling like when people are talking so much, you're just like, oh, what do I listen to? What's, feeling a bit overwhelmed. I don't feel like there's a feeling like the talk is of no benefit to you. So it feels like there's a lot of talk around you, but not directly involving you, but it's starting to drain you a bit, Dawn. So I'm feeling like just step away from the clutter, step away from the talk. So the card I pulled for you is trust. I set my intention and trust my abilities to improve my circumstances. So that's your sort of, it's almost like you just need peace and quiet, or you just need a day to yourself where people aren't talking to you. That's what I'm feeling. And I do feel that you, excuse me, you do like the people around you, but it's a feeling like they're talking too much. So I don't know what that means to you, but I feel like you understand what that means to you. All right, thank you for that. Okay. Yeah, Melissa. Oh, thank you, Heartslave and Maria. Thank you for your validations and thank yous. Okay, so yeah, Scooter, it is just one question. So that's, yes, thank you, Danielle, sending you hugs. So yeah, it is just one question that I'm doing in the snapshot readings. Okay, so Melissa, there's a lot of energy around you that's very teaching, very healing. You're someone who I feel is well educated, and I do feel, Melissa, that you help a lot of people by talking. Like with the words you say, you're quite wise in the things you say, and I feel like you're highly intuitive as well. So you do. I feel like you do. You know, if two people asked you for advice on the same thing, you'd say it differently because you intuitively pick up what's going on. So that's what I'm feeling. I'm actually I'm drawn to. I don't know whether you've got an interest, Melissa, in past lives, but and that's interesting. I don't profess to be to do past life regression, but I do get increasingly more past life content coming through in my readings. And I feel like you've had really interesting past lives. So if that's something that you're already doing and reading about, and that's great. But if it's not, perhaps have a past life regression if you get a chance. I'm feeling like there's humor about that, but I'm also feeling it's like there's a lot of understanding of the type of person you are, because you are quite a unique person, is what I'm feeling, Melissa. All right, so thank you, Dawn. Okay, thanks for that, Danielle. All right, so thank you so much to everyone for watching. So I hope you liked my cards. Let me know what you thought of it. If you can leave a comment that you like the affirmation cards. Obviously, when I do a book review, I do use the cards. I don't, if you've had a reading with me in person or online, you know that I don't usually use cards. But for the purpose of doing a review, I like to use the cards that I'm reviewing. So let me know what you think of the cards. And if you have seen any comments, if you can post it again, because I haven't actually seen that. But that's they're the cards I have. It's interesting. So I've only got about half a dozen decks of cards, and I think I've reviewed them all at the moment. And it's interesting because I did have a request for a private reading. I think it was last week or the week before, requesting cards that I'd used during my life. So, so that's awesome validation that the cards have resonated with you. Obviously, if you're doing psychic readings yourself, then using oracle cards is a tool to have clairvoyance. So if you look at the imagery, the idea is that the imagery resonates with you and you see more imagery. So it's meant to trigger clairvoyance, so you'll see during the reading and that sort of thing. So you can do that with yourself. If you're clairvoyant, you can practice that as a way of developing that yourself. It's like, you know, when you tune into someone, if you are not getting anything, then, you know, look at the cards or look at something that triggers that visualization if you're clairvoyant. So that's something I teach when I teach psychic development. And as I was saying with my pleasure, Melissa. So as I was saying with my new TikTok channel, Rhonda's Readings, I am doing a sort of a brief little video talking about an aspect of psychic development. So if there's something you do want me to talk about, just let me know. And it's often a theme or something that's come up in readings for that week, because I do often have sort of like common themes. Like the common theme from last week was basically stand in your power, step away, rise above. And I did that in a TikTok video. So a lot of people sort of had to do that. All right, so I'm just going to have a look at one more comment. You mentioned healing energies around me. I had a procedure in hospital on Tuesday this week, and my Crohn's disease has completely disappeared. Still in shock and happy about the news. Yeah, beautiful. Just go with it. I've got goosebumps. I feel like I'm just feeling like there's a lot more for you to achieve and to give out, and because you're quite selfless in what you give. I mean, you've got your wits about you as well, but you are kind-hearted in what you give out. And I actually feel like the Crohn's disease has been taken away to help you do that, is what I'm feeling. You know, if you decide to be a different person, I feel like it would come back, but I'm not feeling that. So honestly, just go with it. I'm wrapped with that, Melissa. All right, so that was my book review, my spiritual book review of these cards, these Law of Attraction cards, the little reminders cards that I got in Barnes & Noble in the US. So I like them. They're only worth about $20. You can buy them online, and they're nice and small to carry and shuffle for people. And I do find them quite effective. I don't use them all the time, but I'm happy when I use them. So that was my book review for this week. I've also announced that I have a little Christmas positivity challenge, and there are going to be prizes awarded. The first prize will be next Friday during my live. So I'm no longer doing evening lives. I'm doing only the Friday 12 p.m. live. So that's just because it suits me to work during business hours and spend after hours with my husband and go for walks and that sort of thing. So that's what I'm doing on my Friday lunchtimes. So basically, I do have little prizes. I've got little tea lights and little candles, things like that. I will be posting one a week on a Friday for the next 4 weeks to the winner. And what you have to do, so you contribute to my content, either my Facebook page or group Rhonda's Readings by Rhonda Kelly, or my YouTube channel Rhonda's Readings. So this video is broadcasted to YouTube. So what you need to do is just comment on my YouTube, or my Instagram at Psychic Rhonda Kelly, or my Twitter at Rhonda's Readings. Just comment something positive. So something kind or positive that was done for you, or something you've done for other people. I just want to create a feeling of positivity that and just spreading, goodwill, and spreading, paying good karma forward. So something that was just, it could have been just a kind word that was spoken. It could have been something kind that was done for you, or just something, and it could be in a workplace, it could be in a relationship, it could be in a friendship, it could be a little child that's come up to you, or something like that. Children are highly intuitive, and I often have children come up to me and say something that's so profound at the time that I really needed to hear it. For me, it was actually a client this week from overseas that said something really kind to me that just touched a nerve, and it was as something that I was sort of doubting myself about, but what she said was just absolutely beautiful. So it was a really nice thing to say. So in your post on my social media, you can either post it as a meme, as a picture, or post it as words. It has a little story. It doesn't have to be long. It's just something that just carries that message and carries that intention of kindness. So if you can do that, I will post on my social media as well, just to invite people to do that. But that's basically what I'm doing. And you're welcome to enter that in Australia or worldwide. I know that I have ladies from California and Canada, and what's the other place? I've forgotten the other place. Somewhere near Nevada. I know I have some regular viewers from there, but so you're welcome to watch it from anywhere, and I'll post it. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to post. It'll just be something little and quirky from me. But so thank you so much for watching today. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel and sharing my Facebook video. So thank you so much to everyone, and I welcome your comments for my positivity challenge for Christmas. Thank you so much.